All right, well, we are going to do a little bit of an intro for this video. We like to do a big camping trip each year with Edna. And this year we went to Glacier National Park in Montana and had a great time. The weather was not great, so it rained quite a bit while we were there, but still had a great trip. We stayed at a couple of campgrounds that we really liked. And so this video is going to be a little bit on the long side because I want to include kind of a little bit of our travel and then some reviews of the campgrounds that we stayed in. And then I also just want to do some of the little video clips and pictures and things that we took of Glacier in case you haven't been there. But it was just overall a really cool trip. We went in kind of late June, which is actually a little early for Glacier. They had just barely opened the road going up over the Logan Pass, or the Going to the Sun road, when we got there. And then the next day it snowed 2 feet and they closed the road down again for another week. There's still lots of park to see. We still had a great time for the week we were there. But I thought I'd give a little bit of an intro just so that you kind of know what's coming in the video. Overall, it was a great trip, and if you like our videos and want to see more of these, then please do give us a like and subscribe so that you'll get notifications when we put out new videos. Well, time for another trip, and Edna did great on our first bit of driving, and I think we have maybe kind of a fun way to show some of our travel time as we're driving down the road. But we went from eastern Washington up to St. Regis, Montana. So this is just through Idaho into Montana. We're on our way to Glacier National Park. We have some great guidebooks and things from the local library about Glacier Park. This one in particular, I haven't looked at very many, but this one's got lots of great tips and information in it. It's from 2019, so not too terribly old. But yeah, still, this is a intermediate stop. We drove about 200 miles today and got to St. Regis Campground. So the campground is just called Campground St. Regis, and very nice. A little quiet place here. The spots are all very level, and so very much liking our camp spot here. It's pretty busy. I think even though this is early season, it's a pretty popular place. So it looks like most of the campsites might be full tonight. And I heard the people in the office talking about basically being all booked up. So seems like a good location. Not a bad price. I think altogether, we're paying about $75 a night, and it has full hookups. So we've got 50 amp electrical, we've got water and sewer. They have a nice swimming pool here, not very big, but kids had lots of fun playing in that. They also have laundry and showers and nice bathrooms and a little store and things like that. It's just probably a couple miles down to the town of St. Regis, and so there's a gas station and convenience store and a few kind of touristy shops and things down there. So overall, very pleased with the site here. You can hear a little bit of freeway noise in the background, but it's not bad, and I'm sure once we're in the motorhome for the night, we won't really hear the trucks or anything going by. We'll try to, in the morning, get a little tour of the campsite here and kind of show off some of the amenities, but yeah, seems like it's going to be a great place to stay for the night. Here we are at the St. Regis RV campground. We're going to do a quick loop of the campground and just kind of show what some of the sites are like. There's really nice tree cover. The sites are all very nice and level. I talked a little bit about game room and laundry facilities and things like that. But we'll just kind of take a quick loop of the campground so you can see what the sites are like. We've got the office and showers and laundry room and everything here. The host, people here were very friendly, very helpful, happy to answer all the questions we had. The kids tried out the swimming pool. Had a lot of fun there. It's not a very big swimming pool, but it was still nice when it was hot out. And then you can basically see the sites here. They have quite a few pull-through sites. There are a handful of back-in type sites, but really everything is very flat and level. Very nice getting in and out, wide access road. So overall found that it was very nice setup, very comfortable. You can see a lot of the tree cover along these campsites on the left here. Pretty much any time of the day you're going to have shade on some part of the campground, which was pretty nice. We definitely enjoyed that. It was a little windy in the evening. I don't know if it's usually windy or not, but it's something to keep in mind. We ended up not putting up our little canopy that we have next to the trailer sometimes. They do have a dump station. They seem to have propane also that you can buy, and then they had some other kind of necessities in the little store. So some drinks and ice cream, ice, firewood, things like that. We spent several days in the park and got to do some hiking and went going to the Sun Road. Spent a little bit of time at the Lake McDonald Lodge. Not quite as grand as the lodge in Yellowstone, but still very cool. Lots of very neat history, and they have these cool old kind of buses that they do tours of the park in. We did a lake tour of Lake McDonald and got some great views of the mountains. We also drove up over going to the Sun Road. The views and what you see is pretty amazing. It was kind of overcast and cloudy when we were there, but still the pictures don't really do it justice. The views were very amazing, even up in the clouds. It was still pretty snowy up on top, but then we went down the east side of the park to Lake Mary and got to see the park kind of from a different angle. We also did some hiking along the Trail of the Cedars and Avalanche Creek and up to Avalanche Lake. So really got to see a lot of different parts of the park. Well, here we are at our second campsite for our Glacier camping trip. And we've been here for a few days. It's been raining most of the time, but we still got to do lots of fun things in Glacier Park. And so I'll put in some little video clips and some pictures and things of some of what we saw. Not a lot of wildlife, but really spectacular views. As for the campground, we're staying at the Glacier RV campground, and it is, its biggest selling point is the location. It is maybe less than 5 minutes from West Glacier. So being able to get to West Glacier or Apgar or into the park has been super convenient and easy. The campground itself is, I think, pretty nice. I would, give it a positive review overall. We are kind of way up the hill. Our spot is F43. which is kind of on the, maybe one of the main roads going up the hill. And quite a bit of forest around. The campsites are a little bit close together, but not too bad in most cases. The facilities are okay. I would say the office, and they have a restaurant here called the Sunflower Cafe. Great kind of barbecue dinner type of things. I've heard some mixed reviews on the breakfast, but we had dinner there one night and thought it was great. The staff is very friendly. The sites, the one that we're staying in, is very level and nice and big, but some of them are a little bit kind of off level. So I guess keep that in mind depending on what you're looking at if you're coming here. I would say maybe a low point is probably the bathrooms and showers and things like that. So it looks like they have not been upgraded in, I don't know, the 40 years that the campground has been here. But that was maybe the one kind of disappointment. They're okay. We used them. My wife disagrees, but I think the location makes up for a lot. And I guess one other thing to mention is the sites here have great electrical service, great water. It looks like that's all been upgraded really recently. They do not have sewer. And so once we parked here, we've been kind of on water rationing to be careful not to overfill our black tank and have to break camp. They do have a dump station down by the office, but that's kind of inconvenient to break camp and drive down there to dump. And so we've been here 4 days and have, by being careful, have not overfilled our tank, but it's getting pretty full. So that's a consideration. It would be nice if they had sewer at each of the sites, but having water and electrical has been very nice, especially with the cold, windy, or rainy weather that we've been getting. Definitely like having the electrical hookups to run everything, hot water heater and heater and things like that. So overall, I think pretty good. There was some complaints and comments. I'll include a link to this campground, but complaints about recent pricing changes and things like that. I think that was probably not executed very well, and it is on the expensive side considering the amenities here, but I think the location makes up for that. It's been very convenient, so we've liked that. And it sounds like they'll be doing more upgrades over the coming years with the increased prices. So overall, give it a positive review, and we'll try to get some shots of the office and things like that as we're heading out today. So as we're pulling out of the campground here, I thought I'd give you a little bit of a tour of what things look like. We are on the F loop, which we really liked because it was a little further away from the railroad track and noise and things, but it's way up the hill. And you can see lots of campsites on, especially what we're seeing as the left side, it would be the right-hand side as you go up from the office, are very nice and flat. Plenty of room for a motorhome to set up. You can see some of them are a little closer together than others, but there's some pretty good green space between most of them, which is very nice. Across the campground, which as we're heading down the hill here was on our right, there's more kind of smaller campsites, and there are more that are on kind of a side hill. So something to be aware of if you're looking for a spot on that part of the campground. They do have some cabins here that they rent. We're coming up here on some porta potties and the smaller of the bathhouses. So there's a couple of toilets and a couple of shower stalls in there. And that was what we'd probably say is one of the low points of the campground. I mean, they were clean, they were decently well maintained, but they were just really old, kind of small, needed some upgrades. You can see as we're going down the hill here, some of the campsites are a little bit less level, but overall pretty good, and nice electrical hookups, water on lots of them. So, and you can look if you're gonna book a spot here, you can kind of look at what their setups look like. We're gonna come down to the bottom of the hill here by the office, and off to the left we'll see the Sunflower Cafe. I mentioned that was a place that we stopped for dinner. Had really good brisket and pulled pork and pork ribs. So kind of what we had anyway was kind of a barbecue type place. and would recommend that. They also had a variety of drinks and things. So a little bit primitive, but thought it was a nice place to have dinner one time. And then we're going to come up on the dump station on the left, and then the office. I'm going to stop and make a dump, and then we can get a little bit of maybe a picture of the office or something. But all the staff here has been very friendly and helpful. Well, we made it back from our Glacier National Park trip, and thought I'd do a little bit of a wrap up. This video included quite a few just kind of videos and pictures and things from the trip, a couple of reviews for the campgrounds that we stayed in. But overall, a very successful trip. We put about between 700 and 800 miles on the coach. We averaged about 9 miles per gallon on the trip, which is pretty good. So Edna does really well just rolling down the highway at about 60 miles an hour. And that's a pretty comfortable speed overall. That was a little bit of a challenge in Montana, where the speed limits are 80 and people drive faster than that. We were holding up some traffic, so you might notice in some of the video of us kind of rolling down the road that there were a lot of people passing us as we were going. But you know what? That's just the way it goes. I don't want to try to drive 80 miles an hour in a 50-year-old motorhome. But overall, good trip. We did have one minor breakdown, so there's a little clip of me changing a ignition module by the side of the road. It was a pretty short breakdown, pretty quick fix. We've had that problem a few times, so I'm going to have to figure out what's causing the ignition modules to fail on a pretty regular basis. But the symptom was driving down the road, engine just shuts off. No, nothing, won't restart. After it cools down for a little bit, it will restart, but then it dies again once you get going. So replacing the ignition module fixed that, and we kept on going down the road. So overall, a great trip. Glacier Park was pretty rainy while we were there, so we didn't get to see all of the really amazing views that you usually get to see there. But still, a very cool park. We really enjoyed it. End of June is a little bit early in the season, so probably a little better weather if you went in July or August, but I'm guessing the crowds are probably even busier those times of year. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and we've got lots more upgrades, repairs, and other things coming along the way.